Ladies and gentlemen, my guest tonight is the senior senator from Massachusetts who is currently running for her third term. Please welcome back to The Late Show, Senator Elizabeth Warren. Nice to see you again.
It's good to see you.
You're always an energized and positive person. I could use a hit of that right now.
Yeah, right now.
Okay, so no surprise, it's an emotional time.
Yeah, it is.
For Americans of whatever stripe. The political violence we saw this past Saturday was harrowing and a terrible reminder of how bad things can get. What are your thoughts about what happened on Saturday and where we are in our ability to talk to each other?
So I think of it this way. When you're all the way down at bedrock about what makes a democracy work, it's not violence. It can't be violence. That in a democracy, we have different ideas. We disagree. We may disagree sharply. We bring those ideas together. We may go back and forth about it, but we resolve it on November 5th at the ballot box, not with violence ever.
Completely agree. Now, you know, broad agreement there. A lot of talk from both sides. You know, Speaker Johnson said this, Joe Biden said this, talked about lowering the temperature and finding an increased the civility. You, as a senator, dwell in the metaphorical belly of the beast, which is, you know, not just Washington, but Capitol Hill. Do you see any evidence of lowering the temperature, or do you give that particular hope? I know it's a goal, but do you have hope for that?
So I do give hope to it, but I think it's important to draw a distinction here. There's a difference between name-calling, trolling, personal attacks, and fighting hard over issues you really care about, things that people do feel passionately about. And if we can do a little less of the name-calling, it gives us a lot of room to be able to talk about the things that are different and that divide us.
Are you saying that it's possible that I shouldn't call Senator Tom Cotton Giraffe Man?
At least not on the floor of the Senate.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm thinking about that.
Well, I mean, as I said, you're a hopeful person. What right now gives you hope? What gives Elizabeth Warren a pep in her step?
That nearly 5 million people in America have seen their student loan debt canceled. And there are more to come. And I want to say about this, Stephen, because I've talked to a lot of folks who talk about what it means. People who, when they got the notice that their student loan debt is gone, burst into tears. People who can now save up money for a mortgage, people who can get themselves out of debt. I talked to a young woman who said she could now get married because she's free of this debt load. I talked to people who are going to be able to retire with some dignity. In addition to that, I think about right now all the people who are getting insulin for $35. People who are paying $200 and $300 a month because they have diabetes and really were making hard choices as they got to the end of the month between whether or not they take their medications or be able to buy themselves food. I think about thousands of children right now who, because we are getting electric school buses out on the roads, will not inhale and are not inhaling a big cloud of diesel fumes and won't end up, for those who are asthmatic, won't end up with hospitalizations. And I say all of those. What unites those three things is these are things that we have done, Joe Biden and the Democrats, on canceling student loan debt, on $35 insulin, on the biggest climate package in the history of the world, paid for, by the way, by my 15% minimum tax on billionaire corporations. Yes.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
Hold that thought. We have to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Elizabeth Warren, everybody. Stick around.